you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Shogun co-creators Rachel Kondo, Justin Marks, and Lord Toranaga himself, Hiroyuki Sanada. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
How are you all doing? Everyone doing good?
So excited.
Super excited. Okay, we're going to dive straight into it. We've got a few questions before we open it up to the audience if we have enough time. But firstly, Justin, I just want to say congratulations. The thrilling announcement for Shogun Season 2 today. Obviously, everyone's very excited here. It was revealed today that cast members include Asami Kizukawa, Masataka Kubota, Sho Kaneta, Takaaki Enoki, and Jun Kurimuna. Now, Emmy Award winner Hiroyuki Sanada and Cosmo Jarvis lead the stellar cast, of course, of the returning stars. But Disney Plus also shared that Fumi Nikaido and Shinosuke Abe, as well as Hiroto Kanai, Yoriko Dokuchi, Tommy Basto, Yuko Miyamoto, Eita Okuno, and Yuka Kaori will also return to join us for season 2. That's a phenomenal lineup and a lot of people to get through, but I wanted to ask, what exactly sparked those bold decisions to blend the beloved returning stars, but also with a fresh talent as well, and how will that ensemble elevate the next chapter of Shogun?
Wow,
It's a lot.
I will
questions.
I will say what I can without my wife killing me and trying to stop me. No, look, a lot of the decision to bring in this new cast was practical. I don't know if you saw the last season, everyone, but we killed a lot of people. So we needed to replace some. And we have some really exciting new characters this season. Characters that I want to tell you everything about. But cannot. And you know, these faces really popped for us. So we're just so excited to bring our old family together with these new faces and watch them become part of this world.
Amazing. Now, 2 directors from the award-winning first season, Hiromi Kamata and Takeshi Fukunaga, are also set to direct on season 2 as well, with Anthony Byrne, Kate Herron, and yourself also set to direct episodes. How will these new voices, do you think, both in front and behind the camera, how is it going to elevate the next chapter?
Yeah, I guess there was a practical reason for that too, because we killed a lot of our directors in season 1. No, we're really excited for these new voices, as well as Hiromi and Takeshi coming back. You know, every single person. Well, I'll side myself out there, but Anthony, Kate, these 2 new faces coming to our show in Vancouver are filmmakers and visionaries in their own right, and came to this show as people who had really immersed themselves in the world of season 1 and had fallen in love with it, and we were really touched by that and the insights they added. So we're thrilled. They're underway prepping right now and building sets, and cannot wait to show you what they're doing.
Everything's about cannot wait, want to reveal but can't say anymore. Rachel, we'll go to you next. Season 1's critical acclaim and Emmy sweep, of course, highlighted its very fresh take on historical drama. I think everyone really enjoyed it. It was a brand new look. What specific aspect of the audience love did you feel really validated it for you? Where was it that what came across, and how did that then shape your creative approach to it and the approach to the next season?
I want to mimic your posture.
I feel like we'll need to sit up straighter.
Well, I think it was surprising to us that the audience was drawn to the story as emotionally and as profoundly as they were. I think what we felt from the audience was that they had lent us the most important things that they could lend us. They lent us their time, they lent us their care, they lent us their attention. And it's really the thing that we take into season 2, because it's what emboldens us. It's what allows us a certain confidence in order to say, okay, if we had people follow us into this, this land of feudal Japan, maybe they'll follow us into some deeper, more cavernous spaces.
I love it. It's like telling us a lot, but nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Very vague.
Very expertly story told. I love it. Okay, Hiro, let's go to you now. I mean, obviously, your commanding presence as Lord Yoshi Toranaga was the anchor in season 1, but it also earned you the Emmy and the Golden Globe Award. So obviously, along the lines of many others as well, and the global praise that you received as well for that role was really remarkable. What would you say was the most surprising or gratifying aspect? Because your performance's quiet intensity was captivating, and I think all of us fell in love with it. But how has it approached, how has it influenced your approach for the future season or seasons?
Yeah. Thank you for a great introduction. Yeah, it was a great surprise, big surprise. We got out all of hours, and for me, especially as a producer and as a leading actor, so each time I got 2 trophies. That was amazing. I could never have imagined when we were shooting in Vancouver a few years ago, and. Yeah, of course, I'll have a pressure for the season 2, but we have a teamwork from season 1, and we have a lot of great new casts. So I can't wait to start shooting, and I can use my pressure as a strength to create even better season 2. Yeah, I hope it will be better.
Also get some rest. Get some rest, take your vitamins, because season 2 will require quite a bit from not only us, but particularly...
And 10 years later, means I'm getting older and more quiet. I think.
Well, you know what?
Depends on the script, but...
I can't wait to see how that's going to translate as well, because obviously with that difference in time, that will also present a lot of challenges for you guys and how you're going to enforce that narrative. Can you share more about how that's going to work out?
The 10 years later?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, we can talk
Would you like me to take this?
No, you're not allowed. No, when Rachel talks about it, she'll give away everything.
I know, because it's so exciting. I want to tell you all. It's really, really profoundly exciting. I think that's how we know that we're onto something, is because if we are excited, I think you'll be excited too, hopefully.
Yeah, I think the 10 years later idea, when it came to us, was largely about recognizing, in some sense, the reality of how we watch television now, which is, this show is going to take us a little while to produce. It's not coming out 1 year later. And there's this thing that drives me crazy when you watch a show that ended 3 years ago and you get into season 2 and it's 5 minutes later and you jump right in and it's tough on the audience. I think we have a lot of things pulling at our eyeballs, and we're trying with Shogun, it's a very complex world, to use this jump as a way to come back to our characters again for the very first time, to see what's changed in their lives over the course of the last 10 years, and to rediscover them. Shogun is a saga, first and foremost. Part 1 was a story about agency, about finding power over the course of events, and a man intent on bringing about peace from the threshold of war. But as we know in history, that's not quite how things turned out for feudal Japan at that time. And part 2 is, I would say, 2 things. One, like the first season, I think part 2 is a really sweeping, beautiful, and you're never going to see it coming, entirely unexpected love story. So we're very excited to begin revealing details about that. But it's also a story of war and the cost of war. There are battle sequences that we're putting together now in part 2. I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. this kind of scale, this kind of tragedy, and this kind of humanity. We're hoping to render something on screen that audiences are going to be really blown away by. We wouldn't go there if we didn't feel we had it, and the history that has formed the foundation of our storytelling has given it to us. And we're so grateful to our Japanese collaborators for bringing it to us and explaining it to us, and hopefully we'll be able to bring it to the world. So yeah, that's what we have coming. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, enough from me, I think. I want to throw it out to the floor, and I have one hand right at the back that went up faster before I could even say we're going to take questions. The gentleman in the white shirt at the back there. Tell us your name and then your question.
Thank you so much. My name is Evan Sanders. I'm from Indonesia, Trans TV program. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Hiroyuki. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
As a senior actor, I've seen the last movie. You work also with Indonesian actor Joe Taslim, and I was like so intense into it, and I'm so proud. My first question is, how does it look like as a senior actor you work with the younger generations? And the second, what is the perfect line that in Shogun nowadays people will remember that relate to the real life? Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, okay. Now I speak in Japanese. ありがとうございます。そうですね、ジョー・タスラムさんとも共演させていただいて、その作品には確か将軍1に出ていた忠信君、藪重を演じた浅野君も出ているんですけども、非常にいい経験をさせていただいて、そうですね、若い俳優陣と仕事をするのはいつも刺激的で、逆に学ぶところも多くてですね、楽しいんですけども、今回シーズン1で初めて、プロデューサーとしても参加したので、役者の先輩としてという以上に、プロデューサーとしていろんな準備段階から現場その他でアドバイスをすることができ、実際に動きや刀の使い方、収め方も含めて、責任を持って教える立場にいたので非常に楽しかったですし、彼らの成長を見るのがもう本当に嬉しくて、彼らのいいテイクが取れた時はもう自分が成功した時以上に楽しくて、もう親のような気持ちで、楽しくやらせていただきました。
Awesome. I hope that answered your question there. We're going to open up to the next one. Gentleman over there in the short sleeve shirt. There we go. You can stand up.
Hey guys, my name's Uma. I'm from Malaysia, Goggler in Malaysia. Since you can't say much about the show, I was hoping you could answer some questions about the genesis of season 2. Since you're going beyond the novel, if you could talk about, I guess, conversations with the Clavel estate, and also, were there already ideas in place, or was it the 500 Emmy nominations and wins that caused you to go, maybe we can do another one?
It's interesting. In answer to the first and easiest question, Michaela Clavel, James Clavel's daughter, is an executive producer on this show and continues to be an executive producer on this show. She's been, for us, from the very beginning, our muse in this process, someone who really understands her father's words and has been engaged on every draft, every casting choice, every director choice. She really has been someone who keeps us honest with the words, and sometimes that relationship, you never know what it's like when it comes to a rights holder in a state. As writers, when you're doing this, in the case of Michaela, she's truly our partner, which has been so incredible to have for the last 6 years. I don't know what we do without her. And when it comes to the sort of part 2 question, I think, in all honesty, we began to develop this when, I would say probably on set would be the best, the earliest time. I can't think of any other time when suddenly this fan fiction began to start for us, because that's really what it was. We were just sitting around joking.
Yeah, just a lot of chit-chatting.
Yeah, and finding these ideas of like, you know, it would be great, or you know what I wonder is really going on here. And some of this comes from the book, and you know, we were able to go back to that text and sort of comb it for deeper meaning and find some more surprising ideas. See, I'm just trying to stop myself from spoilers.
Can we tell them our favorite fan fiction?
No, because we can't spoil anything. No, we can't even go there.
I can see you're just like, I just want to say something.
Yeah, you know. But it is, I think that the thing that excited us the most was to lean into the spirit of storytelling from the era in which Shogun was written, which is that great serialized saga storytelling of the 70s, where you could just pick up a story and get immersed in 100 different horizontal directions with all of these characters going into the future, going into the past, going sideways around the present, and you know, bringing that out. And so Michaela was a really great, valuable resource for us as we began to test these fan fiction ideas and find their way to reality.
Love it. I love how that's being brought to life as well. Okay, I'm going to go with the lady over there on the side. You know, balance, right, gentlemen? We'll come back. We'll come back.
Hello, good afternoon. My question is for Mr. Hiroyuki. Hi, I'm Natalie from the Philippine Star, and I'm just wondering what has been the biggest impact or change did the super success of Shogun bring to your career?
そうですね。5歳で子役から俳優生活をスタートして、日本で40年、ハリウッドで20年、その経験すべてをこのシーズン1につぎ込んだつもりだったので、それがああいう形で評価されたというのは自分の人生にとっても大きなポイントですし、ここまで関わっていただいたすべての関係者の方とか先輩方とか、先生方の顔が授賞式では毎回浮かんで、なんかある意味一つの恩返しがこれでできたのかなというのと、これを励みにもっと頑張れよと、還暦を過ぎた体に鞭打って頑張ろうと思わせていただきました。
Incredible. Incredible. Okay, we move on, and I did promise the gentleman there in the glasses with his hand really high, if you can just stand up so that we can get the microphone out to you as well.
Thank you. Hello, congratulations, by the way. I really, really love the show. My name is Wango Galyaga from Click the City from the Philippines. I'm just wondering if the success of Shogun's first season, does that mean the FX will be giving you more creative freedom? Will they give you more a higher budget? And how does that work for season 2? Does that give you more carte blanche to like just go and wild with it? What can we expect in terms of, I suppose, the production and like your freedom and creativity? Thank you.
And the business side of things.
Dangerous, yeah. Honestly, I want to say it and be able to say a different thing to kind of create some narrative of like, oh, we showed them or something like that. But in truth, FX greenlit a show that I always say to Rachel, I don't think I would have greenlit if I were in their position. I think I would have been terrified to do it, absolutely terrified. And then when we were making season 1 and we were doing it during COVID, it was a very difficult shoot. They never said no. Look, it was reciprocal. I think they were looking at the dailies and they were happy with what they were seeing, these performances that we have in this show. But we were kind of spoiled children in that regard.
From season 1, I actually think we discovered that having parameters enhances story, and we had so many blockades along the way. COVID, a huge shoot, inexperienced people, and it just, we learned to invite parameters, and FX is a part of that. And I think that the biggest parameter of all right now for us is history itself. We have to work within the confines of what has happened and make choices and be discerning. But it is the kind of challenge that I think is what rendered season 1, right? You use the rules and you invert them.
Yeah, and so in answer to the last part about what it means in success, I don't know. I felt like we had all the great resources last season, and we certainly don't have fewer going into this season, except for the one resource that you can't ever, pay for, which is time. Truly.
He says exhaustedly.
Yeah, and that's not something that anyone can help or afford, but the nice thing is that they allowed us to take these risks, and I really mean it. Like last season, to do this show in the United States, predominantly in Japanese, to allow us to subtitle it in the way that we did, that's on them to really give it to us. It was a very courageous choice on their end, and obviously it's one that we're going to keep doing as we go into part 2, and and to allow it to be weird sometimes, to allow Shogun to be about poetry and performance and dance contests and all kinds of things.
He's trying so
yeah, it's
hard.
really trying to not spoil things, but to have the beauty of this world reflected and not just sort of go into things and saying, oh, all we want to see are swords, and violence and things like that. That's really never been on anyone's priority list. And I think that because they raise the bar of that conversation, it gives everyone the freedom to say, well, then what's going to tell the best story? What are we going to care the most, invest the most in emotionally? Oh man, I can't wait to tell you about what this emotional journey is with these characters this season. We're really lucky to have the characters we inherited from James Clavell to be able to do this and to be able to keep telling this story.
I think we're setting the stage beautifully for the next season. I think we might have time for maybe one last question. The gentleman at the front there.
Thank you very much. I'm Tokuriki, blogger from Japan. I'm a big fan of Sanada-san. And thank you very much for giving Japanese a hope. 5 years ago, no one believed mostly Japanese drama series will sweep the Emmys. So what will your advice to the future Japanese actors and actors maybe who is going to want to join the season 3?
We're planning ahead here.
はい、賞をいただいたということは本当にこの作品だけではなく、そしてまた日本人の俳優クリエイターだけでもなく、この APAC を代表するような、各国の若い才能にチャンスが広がったと思います。そして、昔は夢だと言われていたことがやれば叶うこともあるんだというメッセージになったんではないかと思っているので、夢はもう大きい方がいいと思うんで、とにかく自分にチャンスが回ってきた時に慌てないように今からいろんなこと言葉演技それからいろいろ身につけるべき、身体的な動きも含めてやっていただければいつでもまたこういうチャンスが来ると思いますし、この将軍というプラットフォームもそういった若い素晴らしい才能にチャンスを与えて世界に紹介していく大事な舞台になっていると思うので、とにかく夢を大きく持って自分を信じて、前を向いて歩いていただきたいと思います。
Awesome. Guys, we've just run out of time for our Q&A, but do you have any closing messages just to say to all your friends here who are gathered, who absolutely adore you all and can't wait for season 2? Any final words to wrap us up? But of course, not saying absolutely anything. Just watch.
I'm just so happy I got this far without spoiling anything. So what are you going to say now that's going to...
これは日本の、ね、時代劇というかヒストリカルなストーリーなんですけども、その時代で歴史で何が起こったかを知っている方でも新鮮に驚いて 興奮していただける、ひねりが入っていますので、ぜひ期待していただきたいと思います。
I think we would also want to say thank you so much to audiences. We are so excited to show season 2, but for holding on and for lending us your continued care. We're very, very grateful. It's what keeps us going.
Well, thank you very much. Guys, can we please give a huge round of applause for the award-winning Shogun team, Hiroyuki Sanada, Rachel Kondo, and Justin Marks, who have joined us here today.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, guys. You have been absolutely